If you've ever watched a Jason Statham movie and found yourself suddenly fanning your face, you are not alone. The man is a walking thirst trap, and the fascination is only growing stronger. But what is it about Jason Statham that keeps women daydreaming year after year? Today, we'll explore the Statham effect and find why, even in 2025, the thirst is real and only getting thirstier. Before all the fame, the fast cars, and the fight scenes, Jason Statham was just a streetwise kid from Sherbrooke, England, hustling his way through life with grit and determination. There was no Hollywood polish, no silver spoon, just a man who knew how to move, how to fight, and how to carry himself with confidence. That real-world edge never faded, and it quietly shaped the image we know today. Which brings us to the most obvious thing, his presence. Jason Statham is built like a Greek statue that moonlights as a nightclub bouncer. Every inch of him seems chiseled for action, and it's not uncommon for talk show hosts to openly lose their composure when he walks in. One even joked about him having 50,000 gallons of muscle, while another confessed she wanted to throw water on him for fun, just to watch the aftermath.
Jason is a very manly James Bond, and he has 50,000 gallons of muscle.
The Today Show practically fell apart trying to interview him because, honestly, even professionalism cannot hold it together around that much raw charisma. And that accent is the cherry on top. That unmistakable London drawl, gritty, unfiltered, and authentically blokey, only adds to the package. He never tried to sand it down for Hollywood polish. Whether he is playing a suave MI6 agent or a working-class bruiser, he brings that same voice, and it somehow makes him feel both exotic and familiar. It is the kind of accent that feels like a warm pint in a cold pub, rough around the edges but comforting all the same. But behind the muscles and the voice is something even more powerful: authenticity. Statham does not just play tough guys on screen, he truly is one. Before Hollywood came calling, he was a competitive diver, placing 12th in the world and representing England in the Commonwealth Games. This was not just a hobby, it was his life. Add in years of martial arts training and the fact that he does almost all of his stunts, including the insane car chases and death-defying jumps, and you get a man who backs up every punch with the weight of real-world experience. He has also been one of the loudest voices in Hollywood advocating for stunt performers to finally get their moment at the Oscars, proving that he is not just brawn and bravado, but someone who stands up for the underappreciated. When he says he is doing the fight scenes himself, you believe him, and that belief makes every action sequence feel more intense and, let's be honest, way more attractive. Still, it is not just about danger and stunts. There is a certain flavor of bad boy that Statham has mastered, and it is one with real depth. He brings an unpredictable energy to the screen that keeps you guessing. One minute he is brooding in silence, the next he is launching someone across a bar. But just when you think he is all fists and fury, he does something that completely flips the script. A quiet glance, a rare smile, or a joke that sneaks in from the side. According to director David Ayer, who has worked with him more than once, Statham's magic is not just his combat skills. It is how he somehow feels relatable, even vulnerable. You could almost picture him as your neighbor or your cool uncle who casually knows how to hotwire a car. That balance, dangerous but grounded, makes him less of a Hollywood fantasy and more like someone who could exist in the real world, which only adds fuel to the fire. Now, adding even more to his appeal is his sense of humor. Jason Statham's dry wit often catches people off guard. He does not walk around acting like cinema royalty. He makes fun of himself, leans into the absurdity of some roles, and delivers one-liners with a wink instead of a smirk. His comedic timing in Spy turned heads for all the right reasons, and in interviews, he always seems to be in on the joke.
Find out our f***ing names.
We don't know, and dial it way back with the T word for it. You're not immune from the HR department.
Grow up, and swap means something completely different in England.
Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, his longtime fiancée, has mentioned how funny and lighthearted he is at home, painting a picture of a man who can go from brooding action hero to doting partner in seconds. Over 15 years together and raising children as a team in the whirlwind world of fame? That says something. He is not just about relationship goals. He is a grown man who has his life goals together. What makes him even more striking is how grounded he seems despite his fame. Statham does not give off the air of someone who thinks he is better than everyone else. He has got that rugged, lived-in look, shaved head, scars. That look earned, and a shadow of stubble that never quite disappears. That is what makes him relatable. He is not styled within an inch of perfection. He looks like he belongs in the real world. Maybe he is coaching your kid's soccer team, or maybe he is lifting weights at your local gym. It is that everyman quality that makes the fantasy more believable. Statham is the guy you could see helping you fix your car battery, then turning around and winning a bar fight without losing his jacket. He is the one who would pull over to help someone change a tire, not for a photo op, but because it is just what decent people do. He is someone who could laugh with the regulars at a neighborhood pub and still have the presence to silence a room if things got tense. That contrast between ordinary and extraordinary makes him feel real in a way most celebrities never quite do. He is not polished to perfection, he is seasoned. He has that aura of someone who has been through things, who knows how the world works, and who has come out of it with grit rather than gloss. There is a story behind every crease in his brow and every line on his face. That lived-in quality does not subtract from his charm. If anything, it multiplies it. Of course, confidence like his also shows up in the way he throws himself, literally, into the action. Knowing that he is out there doing the fights, jumps, and crashes makes everything hit harder. His background in diving and martial arts gives him an edge most actors only pretend to have. And we all know that he does not do it for clout. He does it because it is who he is. On top of that, he has used his platform to advocate for recognition of the hardworking stunt community, which adds a layer of humility to the swagger. Being that skilled is attractive, but using that skill to uplift others, that is what seals the deal. Stepping into Statham's personal life, you will find something even more endearing. His relationship with Rosie Huntington-Whiteley is not the typical Hollywood love story. There is something more solid about it. They have built a life that seems based more on mutual respect and private moments than red carpet headlines. While their 20-year age gap raised eyebrows at first, they have handled it with grace, humor, and an obvious affection that makes you root for them. It is not just a fling or a convenient pairing for the press. It is a true partnership, one that has grown through years of shared milestones and low-profile joy. Watching him play the role of devoted partner and hands-on father only makes the action hero image more three-dimensional.
I'm a big softie, and I get told off for being too soft.
Oh, do you really?
No, I don't.
I was gonna say.
No, I don't, but, I think guidance is good, and I think dads are always a little bit more, I remember my dad was always a little bit, my mum always gave the sort of confines of what.
Away from all these, there's something subtle, but no less powerful that fuels his mystique, and that is the fact that he keeps things to himself. There is a quiet strength in the way he handles his privacy. Unlike most stars today, Statham is not flooding Instagram with gym selfies or tweeting motivational quotes. He is not chasing algorithms or trying to maintain a digital brand. He stays low-key. You do not know what he is doing unless it involves a movie set or a rare event appearance. That kind of restraint in a world obsessed with constant exposure gives him an old-school kind of cool. It is almost refreshing, this refusal to be everywhere all at once. He leaves just enough mystery to make you lean in, to make you wonder what his day looks like when the cameras are off. There is no constant need for validation, no attention-seeking, no manufactured drama. That magnetic pull comes from the fact that he does not try to be magnetic. He simply is. And when someone with that much presence chooses silence over noise, it only makes you want to know more. The less he says, the louder the intrigue grows. By now, it is clear that thirsting over Jason Statham is more than just a guilty pleasure. It's slowly becoming a cultural moment. I mean, too many corners of the internet exist solely to admire him. Clips of him doing interviews or pulling off stunts go viral for no other reason than the fact that he is himself. Other celebrities have even joined the chorus. Kristen Cavallari once hinted at a hookup with him, and Ruby Rose has talked about how intimidating he was on set, so much so that she pretended she was not hurt during filming just to avoid looking weak in front of him. That is not just a crush, that is full-blown legend behavior. So the question is not why women are still thirsting over Jason Statham. The real question is, how could they ever stop? He is the full package, tough but tender, funny but focused, real but mysterious. As long as he keeps showing up on the screen with that glint in his eye and that effortlessly cool, the thirst will never ever be quenched. Anyway, if you need to rewatch The Transporter after this video, we understand. Just ensure to drop your favorite thing about Jason Statham before you go. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.